There's no way of getting around it. This video has the sense of discomfort around it because of the Mr. Beast situation and the Chris Tyson situation, which I made my point abundantly clear. It's not I just hate the fact that everyone's moved on to Mr. Beast, which, don't get me wrong, Jimmy's done some things that apparently, from everything that's come out, has done some things that are very, very bad. In terms of like his, gambling stuff, and then of course the, all of the things with like the treatment of his employees and stuff like that. And that's wrong. It's bad. But at the same time, it's not as bad as what Chris Tyson did. I don't think there's anyone in the world who would say that what Chris Tyson has done is any way better than what Jimmy has done.
I would say the difference,
at least I would hope not,
out of the two of them, which one still has a job? And it's still going on like nothing happened.
Well, that's the thing. Chris Tyson's going on like nothing happened. I mean, Chris Tyson's probably made enough money.
He's not still working for Mr. Beast.
But how much money do you think Chris Tyson has made off of Mr. Beast?
I don't know.
Probably millions upon millions of dollars. And not only that, but all the interviews and all of the merch stuff and all of the stuff that Chris Tyson had going on the side.
Well, let's just hope the victims actually press charges and they end up in jail where they should be.
I agree. Also, the fact that people still have Chris Tyson, because that's the thing. People were so quick to jump on deleting the stuff involved with Call Me Carson. For instance, Jaden completely erased. Well, not erased, but unlisted her video that she did with Call Me Carson. And then a few months later, the Call Me Carson allegations came out, which, in all honesty, were a big load of hooey. They were nothing, according to everyone else on the internet that I trust. It's just what Carson was, what their allegations of with Carson that were proven to not be that bad. It was like, oh, he was 19, involved with a 17-year-old girl. Turns out they were both minors when they got involved in the first place. So it's not the same. It's not the same. But yet everyone was so quick to just throw Carson under the bus for that. But then Chris Tyson literally gets found out for messaging and doing inappropriate stuff with kids that were just turning into teenagers. And yet Chris Tyson's videos on Anthony Padilla's channel and all these other channels are still up. It's like people don't want to acknowledge it. And it pisses me off. I'm sorry, this is coming from a place that means a lot to me, because I am all about catching people who do bad things to children. I am all about that. I think they should be punished within the full extent of the law and then some. But just the fact that, people were so quick to just throw Carson under the bus, but Chris Tyson's stuff is still up. It still pisses me off. But anyway, we're not here to talk.
People say the world isn't fair, man.
No, it isn't. I know the world's not fair. I don't go into it with any predilection that the world is fair. But it doesn't mean that I can't talk about it and try to make things right. But either way, I won Mr. Beast's $1 million YouTuber challenge. We're not here to talk about Mr. Beast. We're not here to talk about any of that, even though Mr. Beast is a paramount part of this. Jade made a video where she talks about where she won the $1 million YouTuber challenge, which we watched that video, and it was really cool seeing Jaden win. You and me both, we actually both went, Jaden! Mm-hmm. That was actually really cool.
So I was rooting for either her, or Charlie, or James.
Yeah. I was rooting for I was also rooting for what's his name, the chef, Nick DiGiovanni.
Yeah, I didn't really know much about him, but he seems cool.
Yeah, Nick was awesome. He's one of my favorite YouTube chefs. He's super wholesome and he makes good recipes. Really, really good. I know that Jaden won and everything. We're gonna probably see what the whole thing happened was, but anyway. Let's go ahead and get this up on screen. Let's give this a watch. Here we go.
When Carl Jacobs popped up in my DMs asking if I wanted to be in Mr. Beast's upcoming video, I'll be honest, My gut reaction was fear. Mr. Beast has basically become YouTube's own mad scientist. He can snap his fingers and shape reality at this point. Despite part of me thinking I should just stay in the comfort of my own home, I felt really honored to be invited and kind of just wanted to show up, say hi, and then realistically go home within the first round of eliminations. I accepted the ominous invitation, and before I knew it, was flying to North Carolina being handed a custom uniform, all before even knowing what I actually just signed up for. I didn't even know if there was a prize for the winner at this point. Walking into the green room, I was expecting to not know anyone, but to my relief, I saw a lot of familiar faces. I even used this time to ask Matt Pat what it was like to meet Scott Cawthorn, and he told me FNAF secrets. So already this trip was more than worth it. Eventually, we were herded down a long, mysterious hallway until we saw it. The Mr. Beast Cube. After everyone was filed inside, we were told the last person to leave the cube would be deemed the winner. And also win $1 million for their subscribers.
Holy
This is for $1 million? The challenge began. Immediately, people started jumping in the giant pile of real money that was inside, throwing handfuls of bills in the air, laughing, mingling. To pass the time, James and I drew our cartoon characters out of dollar bills.
I wouldn't jump into a pile of money. I know that's like a lot of people's fantasy and stuff, but money's fucking gross.
Yeah, the only time I would do it is if it was actually fresh from the mint. That'd be the only time I would do it, 100%.
Yeah, maybe, but like, I mean, there's a freaking good reason that people tell you to always wash your hands after you touch money.
Yeah, because it's
like one of the most manhandled objects in the world.
Yeah, I will say this though, Howell in Breaking Bad, just laying on top of that gigantic pile of money, I can't blame him. I couldn't blame him, but at the same time, it's like, you better watch that coat, bro. You better watch that coat, and also Kubi getting up there as well.
I couldn't tell you how many times I've seen gross people in retail. It's like how much was it? All right. Yeah, and just shit like that.
And not only that, but they also used to do the thing where they used to lick their finger to count it.
Yeah,
it's like, don't do that.
I mean, like, it goes in strippers' butt cracks, like
cocaine residue all over.
People snort cocaine with it. Like, I think there was some kind of like test done, and it was like there's basically no in circulation bills beyond like a certain year that don't have slight traces of cocaine on them.
And that's insane, dude.
Yeah.
It shows you how popular that drug was.
Like basically,
and still
every
is.
single bill in the United States has been used to snoop cocaine at least once.
Yep.
Staff came in and ended up giving everyone their own personal vlog.
Nose, which means it's also touched someone's nose, the inside of their nostrils. So.
Yeah.
Camera to document their POV of the challenge, and I think I genuinely was the only person who didn't record a single second of footage on that thing. I just thought, I'm not going to use this footage because I'm not going to make a video out of it, and they're going to have plenty of other people's footage to use. In hindsight, maybe it would have been a good idea to record something just in case. I don't know, maybe the Mr. Beast team would end up actually wanting to use some of my footage. Who's to say? After maybe an hour or two, Jimmy came out for the first bonus challenge. A single free throw. Miss and you're eliminated, but make it, and not only do you get to come back into the cube, you also win a Cybertruck for one of your subscribers. They had 50 people's subscribers just in a room waiting for something to happen. I'll be honest, when Jimmy explained the extra credit challenge, I was like, hell no, I'm not going up to miss a free throw and leave immediately after nothing's happened yet. If my subscriber back there knew what was going on, they 100% would have understood they weren't getting called up for nothing. If I remember correctly, maybe 2 people ended up making their baskets and 3 people were eliminated. I could be wrong. I don't remember because I didn't vlog it. While chatting with friends,
I think there was like 4 or 5 people that actually tried and missed.
Yeah,
I can't remember. There was only like 1 or 2 people that made it.
Yeah, but it was cool that they made it and that those guys won Cybertrucks. That was pretty wicked.
Walked up and asked if I wanted to do a dice bet. With nothing else to do, I agreed. And to no one's surprise, I lost. And an evil expression washed over Ludwig's face. Alright, since you lost, I want you to walk up to Kai Sanat and introduce yourself with, "Hi Kai, I'm Jaden. So which of my videos have you seen?" Maybe I should have just...
Lud, you evil bastard. Why would you ask her to do that? Kai Cenata's the biggest streamer on fucking on fucking Twitch, and you're just going to just be like, hey, bud, nice to meet you. Have you seen any of my videos?
Introduce yourself to this person and make yourself look like an arrogant ass.
Exactly! Lud, you dick. I can't, okay. This is definitely like the chaotic, like the chaotic.
I would be like, yeah, I'll do it. I'm gonna
shit.
tell them I was literally bet, like, you know, I was literally dared and then lost a bet, and I was forced to introduce myself to you. That way, I'm not an arrogant dick. Sorry.
Ludwig, I would say, is chaotic neutral. He's pure chaotic neutral, and I love him for that. But at the same time, dude, you doing shit like this, it's gonna make like people not like Jaden.
Yeah, I would just literally be like, hi, I'm Jaden. Which one of my videos have you seen? And then it's like, once he starts to answer the question, I'll be like, I'm actually not an arrogant jackass. I just lost a bet, so I had to introduce myself to you.
Exactly. I lost a bet. Actually, as I was like walking to be like, by the way, I lost a bet to Ludwig over there, and he asked me to do this. So you don't have to say yes. You don't have to say no. Just nod your head and act like you're telling me something, and I'll walk back and be like, he hadn't seen any of my videos, so yeah.
A free throw. Hey Kai, there's someone I want you to meet.
You mother.
Hey man, I'm Jaden. Nice to meet you. So, which of my videos have you seen? Excuse me? Holy shit, I'm gonna kill myself. Oh.
That's such a real thought. That's such a real thought. Just like when you're just, when you've embarrassed yourself like that.
So, which of my videos have you seen? Oh, I'm sorry. I haven't seen any, I don't think. That's okay. Nice meeting you. Bye. Kai was super chill and nice about it, but
Kai's
oh my god, I wanted to...
Kai's a bit much of it in certain regards, but the dude's one of the most wholesome people on Twitter, or Twitch. Ugh.
To rip my skin off. I'm stuck in this cube with him until further notice, and it's all Ludwig's fault with his stupid dice. I hate it in here. Let me out. Oh, hi, Jimmy. We were told to gather up in groups of 5, designating one as a team captain who will have immunity for the next challenge. I was with James, Schlatt, Ludwig, and Charlie Moist Critical, using the dice to choose the captain. This time, I actually rolled highest, but reassigned it to Ludwig because I couldn't cope with the idea of possibly being responsible for a teammate's elimination. And then it was revealed captains would just have to assign their teammates a shape for the Squid Game Honeycomb Challenge. Okay, well, I definitely overthought that one. I had triangle, James got circle, Charlie was star, and Schlatt unfortunately got umbrella. The 10-minute timer began, and everyone started deploying various different strategies to get their cookie shape out. Charlie,
yeah, because
fuck him.
Used a new technique called
like, you know that Carson thing we were talking about?
Huh?
Because you know that whole Carson thing we were talking about?
Yeah, he was one of the ones who threw Carson under the bus and
he can eat my ass.
Thought nothing about it, yeah.
Their cookie shape out. Charlie used a new technique called huck as much spit as you can into the tin to dissolve it all. It was really gross. He ended up filling the tin almost to the top with spit. By the
oh, that's nasty.
I mean,
and
whatever
2
works,
people
man.
with stars were eliminated, and not a single umbrella made it through. Bye, Schlatt. It was very funny seeing Mr. Beast lift the lid off Charlie's tin and immediately reel back in disgust, though. A total of 14 out of 50 people have now been eliminated, leaving 36 people. Honestly, that was good enough for me. Losing at any point going forward was already further than I was anticipating. We were fed our little thing of rations and left to wait again. It probably doesn't seem like long in Mr. Beast's video, but it was like 9 p.m. by the time we began the second real challenge. After being directed to choose a partner, James and I shook hands, ready to take on the next game as a team, and froze as it was revealed we had just chosen our own opponent. Another Squid Game tactic. I probably should have seen it coming. I just didn't expect the double up. The Beast staff revealed the next challenge as they rolled in a giant Jenga tower. Winner stays, loser walks. Unfortunately, the very first game of giant Jenga between KSI and AJ ended up taking literally 2 hours. Doing the math in our heads, we all kind of figured we probably didn't have the time to play Jenga for the next 30 hours. But just as AJ won, KSI hoisted him over his shoulders and ran out of the cube. Huge drama! Everyone was freaking out. AJ was stunned. No one knew what to do. Was that legal? Can you just carry people out of the cube? Jimmy had everyone take a vote, and pretty much everyone everyone opted to bring AJ back in. Yes, out of the kindness of our hearts, but also out of fear of being manhandled. So since Giant Jenga was a bust, production ended up scrambling to try and find like 12 sets of normal Jenga at midnight in North Carolina.
But still fairly
a feat
giant.
That seems impossible, but I feel like Jimmy could
like
just...
bar Jenga. Yeah, like
Sorry,
normal...
Vibing out to the Undertale battle.
No, yeah, same, yeah. But normal Jenga is like the one, the stack's like this tall and about that big around. Bar Jenga is like about like this big around and about like from here to here. Like you can't show it in camera because the freaking video. But anyway.
Just call up the president of Jenga and have it all delivered via helicopter within 30 minutes. It took a bit, but the slightly larger than normal, yet still reasonably sized Jenga towers were all set up. As our game was going on, James and I ended up making a pact that whoever was eliminated would relay to the outside world that the other was okay. Because we didn't have our phones, by the way. Our friends only knew we were in the Mr. Beast cube and haven't responded for 14 hours. Our game of Jenga was pretty intense. Eventually, it got to the point where, as I was watching James pull out a final piece, I realized there wasn't any left for me to safely remove. I'm about to be eliminated. And a flash of bliss washed over me. Sure, I'll be gone, but that's okay. I'll be set free into the outside world again. The cube is harsh, unforgiving. It's taken so many of my friends from me. The glass floor is hurting my butt. I'm ready to go now.
No!
And deeper into the trenches I went. James being eliminated
Bye,
meant
James.
I was moving on to Cube Day 2. What a miracle. Watching the rest of the Jenga games was like watching an active war zone. People were focusing, cheering, sweating, praying. Towers were falling one after the other at the feet of now eliminated players. It was brutal. And also still taking way too damn long, man. Can I go to bed? The last game left to finish was between Quackity and a popular Brazilian creator, Enaldino. Apparently, when it was revealed the challenge was Jenga, Enaldino turned to Quackity and admitted he was a Jenga pro. Quackity had never played. Not the situation you want to be in. Quackity half-jokingly asked Enaldino if he wanted to play rock, paper, scissors instead, to which he replied, no. Which, you know, fair. But 3 hours into this single game, the two of them were neck and neck. Genuinely the most cracked round of Jenga possibly ever. Everyone in the cube was gathered around watching Quackity slowly pulling out the very last piece in this skeleton of a Jenga tower. Just as he was about to make it, Enaldino asked, rock, paper, scissors? Quackity looked up at him.
Muito tarde.
It was over. Enaldino tried to hang in there, but in the end, he fell. 18 people were now
If he's actually a
eliminated.
pro Jenga player,
Alright, it's
it's
3 a.m.,
awesome
let's
that
go to bed.
Quackity beat him.
Yeah, I mean, pro Jenga player, that's not really like, well, okay. There's a certain pro level of stuff to it. There's some people who pulled off shit in, like, bar Jenga I couldn't believe. There was a guy, like, there was one, it was literally one thing held up, and then there were like 3 levels above it that people have built up on. This guy literally like did this power play where he grabbed 2 of the Jenga blocks and then basically just got on the side of it and just went, just pushed it out really fast, and then the 3 block, the levels like
everything above, like,
everything above fell down
didn't
one
fall
thing,
over.
and then he picked it up and put it on top, and everyone was just like, "Nope, that's it, we're done, we're done, can't do this shit."
I genuinely thought they would let us go.
Oh, kitty feeding time.
Back to our hotel rooms for the night, but man, now this is just great. I won myself a ticket to a night in the Mr. Beast cube, sleeping next to a bunch of people I barely know, and I was probably just gonna get eliminated first thing in the morning anyway. As I was getting ready for bed, Kai walked by. Hey, I gotta check out your videos sometime. Oh, I'm sorry, man. I lost a bet to Ludwig, and he made me say that. Oh, shit. Okay, damn. Oh, well, that makes falling asleep a bit easier. Thank God he only thought I had a huge ego for 19 hours straight. Crisis averted. In the morning, production had to prep for filming again, which meant they turned on every single light in the building, flash banging all of us. They were turned off, and then these loud-ass
Assholes.
brrrr sounds from construction started blasting. They turned the lights on again a few minutes later, but this time in a crazy strobe light effect for some reason. After breakfast rations, Jimmy returned, pointed to the entrance hallway, and
sounds like they had the same
up...
kind of like smart lights that you have, and they unsynced.
Yeah.
I show speed. With
Hell
too much
no.
energy for a group of people that just had the weirdest sleep of their lives. All right, you guys have the chance to vote speed into the cube to join you in challenges.
No. Get the fuck
The
out.
kind thing to do was to let him in, but we all just survived trenches no one could even understand. We were trauma bonded together. And also, it wouldn't be fair. The majority of us moved to the voting side of no. Admittedly, me too. Mainly because I was a bit scared of him.
Yeah,
Speed
I don't
looked
blame
at
you at
Kai.
all. I would have been like,
Speed-
hell no.
Speed's too much, dude.
Motherfucker showed up late. He doesn't get to play.
Exactly. Also, Kai and Speed have history. They stream together occasionally, and him and Speed go like back and forth on like throwing barbs at each other.
At least shake my hand, man. You're gonna pull me out. As the two of them argued about a friendly handshake, Ludwig stepped up. I'll shake your hand, Speed. His hand now extended to Ludwig. The moment their hands touched, Speed started yanking Ludwig towards the outside world. We all started screaming and panicking. We couldn't lose one of our cute
grab
brothers
onto
like
Lud.
this. Ludwig was holding onto the support beam for dear life. Some of the guys managed to pull him back in, and as Speed walked out, unable to take any souls with him, he exclaimed, "This ain't the last time you're gonna see me," and I remember all y'all's faces.
Literally.
All right, let's get started. Challenge 3 was steal or no steal. Basically a modified version of deal or no deal. Some cases have the word safe in them, others say eliminated. One person looks inside a selected case, and the other decides whether they want to steal it or no steal it. And also Howie Mandel was there.
Hey.
Howie, big fan. People started getting eliminated one by one, others securing safety. Eventually, Ludwig was up at the podium asking if anyone wanted to volunteer to go up. At this point, the ratio of safe cases was very high, 60% in favor of safe. Figuring the odds would just get messier from there, I volunteered. Ludwig looked inside his chosen case, looked up, and told me it was safe. I knew mathematically I should steal the case, but I've been burned by math before. As I
And by
started
Ludwig before, don't
hesitantly
forget the dice
saying
game.
I was gonna steal, Mr. B suddenly burst out saying Ludwig's heart rate was spiking. By the way, he was wearing a heart rate monitor, which made me scared it was actually an elimination case, and he was excited at the idea of avoiding going home. So last minute, I decided to let him keep the case. It was the safest play. If it said eliminated, then good, I dodged a bullet. If it was safe, then at least I'm not actually eliminated yet. I just have to play again.
Fuck!
It was now my turn to
Yeah.
bring someone up. Even though I didn't want to pick a friend out of fear of getting them eliminated, more than that, I didn't want to be up there with someone I didn't know. I picked Quackity. He came up to the podium. I grabbed case number 2. It says safe. My plan was to tell the truth, but in the most unconfident and nervous way possible. I was
It
deploying
worked.
That
every bit of
fucking...
body language.
Wait a minute.
Uh-oh. What is it, Nick?
That's a reference.
Yes, it is. I think I know the one you're going to pull up.
Can't remember his name, though. That's a fucking Ace Attorney reference, though.
Yeah. Ace Attorney nervous face.
Can't find it. Yeah, there he is.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Yep. Oh, you can't really see it. Damn. You're gonna. You had to send me that.
Yeah, it's I think that's Saw It, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, so it.
Okay.
Saw it. Like,
yeah, that's yeah. So, that's saw its face.
Unconfident and nervous way possible. I was deploying every bit of body language knowledge I could think of, making myself look as guilty as possible as he asked me various questions. We went back and forth for a bit until your eyes looked down as you said the case was safe, which indicates guilt. So I think you're lying. I'm not gonna steal it. Without a word, I shifted the case onto its back, unlatched it. Safe. It was worth sleeping in the cube! Oh my god, the relief, you have no idea. After everything finished, a bunch of people walked out, and unfortunately, Quackity ended up being one of them. 10 people left.
Yeah.
I know it's a dog-eat-dog world inside the cube, but when you're left to sit with your fellow contestants for hours on end between challenges, waiting for Jimmy Beast to send you all through another round of cube stress, you really start bonding with the survivors. It was pretty sad watching them go.
Can I see those cards again? I was scratching my eye.
4-2 Jack 8 or Joker Ace.
Okay, never mind. I was wondering if that was another reference or not.
You really start bonding with the survivors. It was pretty sad watching them go. Hours passed until the Jimmy death bell struck again, and we were told to partner up once more. Alex and I had really gotten to chat and hang out together as the only girls left at this point, so we paired up. Everyone was blindfolded and told to sit tight until they were ready, which is ominous. The two of us were strategizing and figuring out each other's strengths and weaknesses for whatever was coming our way, only to be unblindfolded and see the entire cube transformed into a kitchen. It was a cooking battle. We're actually fucked. What? Alex started panicking, saying she can't cook for her life. We were freaking out. Then Mr. Beast brought out the judges. Professional competitive eater Joey Chestnut, Miranda Cosgrove, hi big fan, and Speed.
Damn.
Bottom two teams are eliminated. Time starts now. We ended up committing to mac and cheese with a slice of chocolate cake under the fancier title of American Comfort Food, aka the only two women left in the challenge can't cook and they're trying their fucking best. The judges walked around.
Nothing wrong with that. Besides, this whole challenge was just okay. You remember when this happened? I literally was just like, oh god, yeah, Nick Giovanni's teaming up with Logan Paul. Damn it, man! I really don't want to say. Wait a minute, what did they bring? Logan, you lucky bastard, gets teamed up with the actual chef, and then
gets himself eliminated
then
because he's an idiot.
Pulls the absolute most boneheaded bro move you'll ever see. Like, me win challenge. Me good. Oh no.
To check in on everyone, and eventually Speed was at our station.
Yeah,
so when all were
by the way, yeah, this is Prime. I get it because it's cheap. I don't drink it because I don't drink it because I'm a fan of Logan Paul. I get it because it's cheap. That's it. This is not a sponsorship.
To let me in.
Even if they asked me to do a sponsorship, I wouldn't do it.
Originally we were on the side of no because we were a bit intimidated, but we
Huh?
That's what I clearly don't buy my drinks because they're cheap. I buy it because it's fucking delicious.
I get it because it's cheap and it's all right.
Ended up switching to a yes at the last minute, right, Jaden? Yeah, I switched. All right, cool. Cause you know I don't forget, right? Yep.
We remember.
Later on during the challenge, Mac and Nolan from the Beast team came up to ask what we were making. At the time, I was grating up Feastables to sprinkle onto our cake for decoration, and I thought, oh, it would be funny to have them ask what we're making, and it's just their own brand of chocolate. So I was like, close your eyes and open your mouth, and gave Mac a piece of chocolate, and immediately without chewing, he was like, is this Feastables? And I was like, yeah. And he kind of stood there for a second with his mouth still open, and Nolan was like, oh, he's allergic. And they both had to leave.
Oh,
shit.
Oh, shit. It didn't show that.
Nope.
Oh, no.
Oh my god, guys, I felt so bad. I apologized so much when he came back. Max said it was fine and is a good sport about it, but I still have so much guilt about being such an idiot. Ludwig and Emilsson presented first with their fried chicken and asparagus dish. The judges all really enjoyed it, giving them a total of 26 points, which is really unfortunate because I definitely thought Speed was gonna hold a bigger grudge against Ludwig and tank their score. We were up next, and thankfully they really liked our food too. Joey was the first to score us and ended up giving us a 10 out of 10. And in the moment, as a joke, I wanted to turn around and flip off Ludwig as a friendly fake gloat, but I accidentally turned around and flipped off Emilsson, and I felt so bad again. He was not the intended target, and now I was just being rude, and this challenge was going horribly. I
was going to say, observe and confirm, Jaden, before you throw the bird. Observe and confirm before you throw the bird.
Because of the cooking part, I've just been non-stop fumbling socially. We also got a total of 26, putting us at a tie with the French boys. But now, Logan Paul and Nick DiGiovanni were presenting, and I haven't mentioned it yet, but Nick is actually a goddamn chef. They even gave us all his own cookbooks as a helpful tip for the challenge, which is just a nice twist in my opinion. So yeah, they knocked it out of the park, got a 29. The judges were licking their plates. After them was Kai and AJ, who had a great presentation, but their food, not so much. They got a 16. After eating, Speed got up and started smashing the plates on the ground, and Logan Paul saw this and got really excited because he wanted to smash plates too. Without thinking, he ran out to join Speed, and we all shouted at him in panic. Confused at the sudden change in the air, Logan looked back at us before realizing he left the cube. To this day, none of us are truly...
Yeah, easily the funniest part of the entire thing. Yeah. Bonehead Logan Paul just being like, I want to smash a plate, bro! Well, pow!
Yeah, so into the moment you forgot the one fucking rule.
Am I still in the challenge, Jimmy? No, Logan. No, you're not. Leave, and don't come back. Damn, I missed the trash can.
Sure if he did it for like the content or it was a genuine accident. In his defense, the set was so cosmetically different that it really did feel like we weren't in the cube anymore. Either way, he content created too close to the sun, and even though he had a guaranteed spot in the finals, he was eliminated. The last team of Rubius and Spriter went up with their Spanish tortilla, but turns out Spriter is a huge fan of Speed, so he made a special Thai dessert just for him that the other judges weren't allowed to eat, which is honestly hilarious. We all held our breath as the judges flipped through their scores. 22. Alex and I made it to the final.
Well, that's what you get for not letting the other judges eat.
I never in my life thought I was gonna be getting this far, and suddenly realized I need to actually think about what I would do if I won. I went into this thing not even knowing if there was a prize at all, and was now facing the reality that I could win the whole thing. Hours passed as the five of us sat together in the cube until Mr. Beast emerged for the final time. Someone was about to win $1 million for their subscribers, and it all came down to this last challenge. Honestly, among the group, there wasn't a single person I thought didn't deserve to win. Everyone left were good people who all wanted to do something really positive with the money. It was great getting to know them all over the course of 2 cube days, and I was really proud to be standing next to them in the finals. 5 briefcases were piled in the center, 1 for each finalist. We were to each take one, peek inside our chosen case, and within the next 10 minutes, discuss who to vote out. If you're voted out and your briefcase is empty, you're eliminated.
Sounds like it.
But if you're voted out and your case has the $1 million inside, you win instantly. It was basically like Reverse Among Us. The first round started, we all grabbed a case, peeked inside. Holy shit, I grabbed the $1 million case round 1. I started shaking. I didn't know what strategy to use. I didn't know how to make myself look like I should be voted out. And during the discussion time, it definitely showed because I was really quiet and nervous the whole time. The 10-minute discussion wrapped up. We all unanimously wrote our votes down, and it fell into a tie between voting out Ludwig and somehow me. It could end right here. We had a few minutes to discuss again and recast votes, but Alex and Nick were able to figure out I voted for myself, so Ludwig was eliminated. The cases were reshuffled, we each grabbed one. I pulled it again. In that moment, I froze. Since I was in the hot
That's crazy
seat
that she had it the first time, too.
Luck. Dude, Jaden and her luck.
The universe wanted her to win this.
Yes, I agree.
Round, I was probably gonna fly pretty under the radar this time. Someone else is gonna be voted out, and I statistically will not see this case ever again. If I'm not voted out here, I basically lose. The second round began, and it was pretty much a blur from there. I was trying to talk more because being quiet last round got me found out, but was still flying too under the radar. Amidst trying to keep up with the conversation, strategize, and hold myself together, I couldn't find my win con. But with a few minutes left, Emilsson said something that I think shifted the entire game. What are the odds Jaden pulled the million case twice? There it was. Gambler's fallacy saved me. Save me, gambler's fallacy. I couldn't mess this up. I don't know what to say to that one. Everyone's attention was now on me, and I could tell they were all thinking about what was just thrown into the ring. We all looked down at our papers. I wrote my name as quietly as possible, worrying the sound of the letters were gonna out me. Jimmy read them all out. Jaden. Alex. Jaden. They voted me out. I slowly walked to the middle of the podium with my briefcase. In that moment, I was the only one who knew what had just happened. Everyone leaned in as I unlatched the case and revealed the million. I won. Confetti cannons blasted. Everyone immediately started congratulating me. All the eliminated contestants left in the green room ran out screaming and jumping around me in celebration. I started to tear up for some stupid emotional reason. So, yeah, I won $1 million to give away to my subscribers. That is a Looney Tunes amount of money. First of all, top 5 all agreed that whoever won the million would give the other 4 $100K each to do something for their subscribers too. So a total of $400K will be going to Ludwig, Alex Botez, Emilsson, and Nick DeGiovanni. With the remaining 6
Emilsson
going to Ludwig, Alex Botez, Emilsson.
Oh, okay. Decided to let Jaden keep his share.
Okay.
So it's,
and Nick DeGiovanni. With the remaining $600K, I decided to put it towards paying for as many people's art degrees as possible. It's really scary going into the art field right now between the animation industry hitting their rough patches, AI threatening to take artist jobs. The overall career path is extremely intimidating and difficult to break into. I'd really like to encourage and make it easier for some of the up-and-coming artists by being able to send them through art school stress-free. I have no idea how to set it all up, but I'm currently working with as many qualified people as I have available to me to make it happen. As my and Mr. Beast's team figures it out, I'll keep you all updated through my Twitter. We'll get it sorted. I entered the Mr. Beast cube ready to just talk to my friends and screw up in the first challenge, but instead I was isolated from the world for 48 hours, watched my peers fall one by one in front of me, and left with $1 million for my subscribers. Thank you, Carl, for inviting me. Thank you to all my friends who made the cube so much more enjoyable. Thank you, Mr. Beast, for creating this incredible opportunity I can now use to support artists. Despite being put through cube trenches, I had a really great time. And of course, huge thanks to the Beast crew for making it all happen. It was something I'll never forget or experience ever again. Hopefully. If you're an artist currently enrolled in art school and are hoping to have some of your tuition paid for with the cube winnings, you can now apply through the form I'll have linked in the description and the comments of this video. The form will be available for a week starting the day this video is uploaded, so be sure to check the calendar and apply before it's closed. I assume there's going to be a huge amount of applications we have to go through, so expect a few months wait before we announce the winners. Thank you for your patience. I'm not sure how many people we can financially help out because everyone's tuition will be vastly different, but I'm looking forward to going through your portfolios and hearing your stories. Thanks for watching, and thank you to my team for dropping everything to work on this sudden video jump scare. Alright, until next time, bye-bye.
Well, there we go. So, yeah. Jenyns winning the $1 million still to me is one of my like it's probably one of my favorite Mr. Beast moments. Just like watching her win and just be like, holy crap!
Well, it's the last one I'll ever care about, probably. So
probably true as well. Yeah, I mean, and look, I know there's gonna be people saying like, I thought you weren't gonna react to Mr. Beast anymore. We didn't react to Mr. Beast. We reacted to Jenyns.
Yep.
That's the difference. It's like, yeah, and Mr. Beast is adjacent to this because, let's be honest, there is no way to like not talk about this $1 million challenge without mentioning Mr. Beast. But still, this video is Jenyns.
It's like read the description.
Yeah, and plus, you know,
pull it down. Disclaimer: this video is written started production on June 6, 2024. I'm not associated with the production/ethics of any Mr. Beast videos. I'm just here to tell my cube story, and animation unfortunately takes a long time. Thank you.
There you go.
Like, all of her fan base, everyone in the comments understands this. Like, she could cancel like fucking a couple months of work or put this video out. Like, there was no reason to not put this video out despite what happened.
Let's see. This one's okay. So it's been re-uploaded, but
not by her.
Not by her. However, there is a way for us to let's see. There's a way for us to see it here. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, damn it. See, there it is. Jane Animations tried to beat Minecraft with Call Me Carson. I remember I always link the original videos in the description. Is it still up? There it is.
Everyone knows.
Yep, still unlisted. It's still unlisted on Jaden's channel. I don't understand why. I still don't understand why. That's the crazy thing.
She probably didn't follow it close enough to ever find out like what actually happened.
Yeah, I don't know, but
and it's probably also the fact that she's still friends with Schlatt. So
maybe
she
that's
probably
the thing
fucking
too.
took his side of it because he probably spoke all the poison directly into her ear.
I guess, I don't know, but just the fact that it's just the fact that that happened is still sucks, dude. It still sucks so much.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, yeah. So Jaden Animation winning $1 million. That's awesome. I'm glad that Jaden won that, and I'm hoping that you know she's able to help out a lot of kids with their art degrees.
Hell yeah!
Because I think that's something that I know Jaden's very passionate about. I mean,
hopefully at least one or two really awesome artists come out of it.
Well, even if no great artists come out of it, just the fact that those kids won't have to worry about student debt.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, here's the hoping. Fingers crossed. But all right. Either way, that's going to do it for this one, everybody. So I want to thank you all very much for tuning in. And I guess until next time, signing off, I am Nate.
I'm Nick.
Y'all be good people. Take care. Peace.